right, Benji. Well, Brady's not here today with us. I'm so used to saying it. But welcome to episode 38. Today is just Benji and I. We are
Throwback
to the end of the year.
Throwback.
Roll it back to season 1, just the two of us. But yeah, we're getting there's a lot going on. We're getting ready to wrap up toward the end of the year, and so Brady had some stuff that he needed to get done today, and kind of get into that schedule, man, where if we don't get these recorded, we're going to be in trouble. So we don't want to leave y'all hanging. We're excited because we've got one more for 2025 that we're going to record for you guys and get that out. And then we'll take a little bit of a break. Christmas is crazy. I know me with the church, there's so much going on. We got Christmas experience. We got Christmas events. You got stuff going on, travel. So we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll roll it back in January. Probably about mid-January, we'll roll it back with episode 40. So we've got one more left for 2025. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, getting dialed into episode 40, kicking off season 4. You don't want to miss it. We're not going to spoil the thunder, but it will be a little bit different look, a little bit different feel, but I think you guys will like it, especially those that like to show this YouTube on your team meetings and what have you. Going to get a little more intimate with the group. So more to come on that in January of 26.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Crazy to think 2026 is coming fast. It feels like it's moving.
Is it just you, or does it seem like it's actually been 6 years ago that the COVID shut the world down? Think about that.
So 2026. So I started with y'all in 2028. That's when I
2018, not 2020.
I'm sorry, 2028. Wow,
George Jetson here.
I'm trying to jump ahead. Yeah, 2018. Was about 2 years before COVID. Yeah, we had COVID. It was a wild year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do when we get to 10 years since then.
I know it.
Kind of stuff goes on, but it's moving quick. But we're excited. It is Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
And we know that we've got a lot to be thankful for. This is something we've done each season as we get to Thanksgiving. Just kind of roll out some different things, and one, how you can relate it toward your business, but also just kind of talk through some of the things we're grateful for. Kind of a fun episode just to dive into some of that stuff. So we're excited to kind of break this down. Look, when Brady's away, we just gonna play.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. The people don't really think of Thanksgiving. By the way, consider this like a special edition of Thanksgiving episode, as Adam mentioned. People don't really think of Thanksgiving of their business, and so today we're gonna kind of name this "Gratitude is a Growth Strategy." Because it is. And here's what we mean by that. But actually, before we get in, just a couple of Thanksgiving. We could never go without having some fun, as you mentioned, Adam. What do you like better, pumpkin or pecan pie? Either one.
Pecan pie.
Oh, that's right. In the South, it's pecan. That's correct. Especially if you're from Georgia. Thank you for those listening and watching from Georgia. I don't like pumpkin pie. Ugh, just doesn't sit
I'm not
right.
a pumpkin anything, even pumpkin spice latte, any of that stuff. I'm a give me that pecan.
Do you like sit down dinners, football games? What's your Thanksgiving traditions?
We're a sit down family at the house. My mom tries to keep it traditional. Last year was the first time I ever convinced her, for the love of all of everything, to quit using the really fancy silverware and plates for things. I'm like, Mom, it's just us. Let's do paper plates. Let's make this go fast.
No cleanup, less cleanup, rather.
Less cleanup. Like this isn't some 17-course meal. Let's make it simple. I don't know anybody listening. That's me. The simpler the better. I want to eat and I want to sit. So for me, Thanksgiving's great because it's kind of like that little bit of disconnect before summer turns or Christmas turns in. I was talking to some neighbors the other day, and we were just talking about the holidays, and I was like, you're going to think I'm a terrible person and a terrible Christian, but I hate Christmas and I hate Easter from a creative standpoint because, man, it is nonstop.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I've seen you in action. It's a lot. But I will say this, more importantly, for those in the South, it is Alabama-Auburn hate week. That is, it's coming up Saturday, the big game, Iron Bowl, 6:30 kickoff. So we know you're Bama, we're Auburn. We'll see what happens. By the way, for
leave it to Alabama to be in the worst spot ever, where they just lost to Oklahoma. Playoff contentions are on the line,
yep.
and Auburn, for the 17th time in 4 years, has nothing left to lose.
Yeah, well,
So
we're fighting for a bowl eligibility, right? I mean,
I'm
that's
not,
essentially what's
almost
happening.
not even that. Look, I'm kind of hoping they lose, so maybe we can do the Birmingham Bowl again.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe.
I mean, we do the Birmingham Bowl. We get to honor a responder. Our team out in Dallas gets to do the Frisco Bowl. They're honoring a police officer this year.
Yep.
We're honoring a firefighter. So I'm like, man, it'd be love to have Auburn at the game and
Yeah.
do some of that photos and things. So
Big crowd. But and by the way, as Adam mentioned, excuse me, thank you to all our first responders out there. Gratitude, we give it to you. You guys, 24/7, 365, protect us, keep us safe. You're there in time of need, especially in those times of need when people are needed the most if they're going through something traumatic wise. So thank you all for that. But again, as we get kicked off here, again, we just like to have a little fun with you guys. Think of gratitude as a leadership habit. Okay, think of it that way. What gets appreciated gets repeated. Now Brady, he's not on the episode, so we're gonna have some fun. Maybe without him today too.
Look, like I said, it's not going to be all business when Brady's here. So.
So he says this all the time. There's a quote from I think it's John Maxwell. What gets measured gets done. Think of it this way: gratitude. What gets appreciated gets repeated.
Yeah.
If your people will work, if they will work for a paycheck, but they will go above and beyond for leaders who see them for who they are. Yeah. So it's not just about just the paycheck. Owners, managers, think about that. We did an episode, I don't even remember the number now, several episodes ago about the five greatest habits of a leader and 5 greatest coaching habits of a leader. And one of those is thank your employees, because they, every single day, the more you tell them thank you, they may not be getting that at home or, for that matter, at church or in their local marketplace, wherever they may be. Help them, thank them. That those things go a long way with people. I think you could probably relate to that too, Adam. That it does boost productivity and retention in your people. We've had people tell us even at our office that, look, we love our paycheck every other Friday. We love the fact that we get to work for an organization who has a fantastic culture, but more importantly, we like our leadership team who tells us thank you.
Yeah, I think that's really important. That's one of the things that I've really been appreciative of being at the church. Our church has a culture. We sat down recently and kind of went through some of the things we're good at, and that was hospitality was one of the biggest things. And we don't feel like it's just for first time guests. We talk about it being for our serve team. And I know you guys are in the same position, but we're a church about somewhere between 600-700. Oh my gosh. I did it, and I shouldn't have thought it. I'm waiting on you to say it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today.
But as soon as I said it, clicked. But so we're around there. But we have a lot of people that serve in multiple positions. So like even my own team, I have a lot of young adults, like 1 or 2 high school kids, and then I got 1 or 2 adults that help me from a media standpoint, like capturing photos, videos. But they serve in multiple places. And so we always want to make sure we honor that and thank them. I mean, we filmed our end of the year video this week. And my counterpart, our director of worship and broadcast, her name's Alex. She and I did everything together. She recorded live. I did the video. But man, there's just no way we could have made that work without our team.
Yeah.
And outside of like myself, Pastor Meg and Alex, I mean, all of it was serve team, and we had like 12 people there. And so, if it was just on the people that were doing that, I mean, that was a big thing for us. And so we're just really big on making sure that we honor them and thank them, and make sure we let them know, we what's really cool is part of our budget every month is we get to take people out to eat. It's one of the things or just we have a food budget just to say thank you.
Yeah.
And it's just to do that. Go spend time with your serve team. I told each of them, I said, hey, I'm going to take you guys out. We got to find some time. Let's get some coffee. Let's get something to eat. And because I never want those things to go unnoticed or feel like, they're doing it just to do it, or, I'm using someone to get what I need. We want to thank them because they're giving up time. They're giving up. It was the Monday evening. Like 80% of them have families. They're giving that up. So we want to make sure that we do that. And we try to do that every year. We try to give like a Christmas gift, whether it's a shirt or something like that, to our serve team. We do some different things, nothing huge, but just enough to say, hey, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. So I think gratitude goes a long way. I think if you're somebody that you continue to not thank someone, or you just don't ever, I'm not somebody that, words of affirmation or something I have to have, but it's great because it's like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the
Yeah.
right job. And sometimes you need that. And I think even those can be a big part of gratitude.
Yeah. That's a great point. I mean, you go above and beyond sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be, listeners. It doesn't have to be a gift. It can be a simple thank you. So
Yep.
we're gonna do something right here, Adam, called gratitude in action. We're gonna put our money where our mouth is.
Lord.
All right, this is not comfortable for you. It will be very comfortable for me. So we're gonna give this a go
Fair,
round.
Brady's not here.
I'm gonna make a statement. This is to you listeners. Take something like this, use it with your team. We're gonna call it a gratitude speed round. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a category. You have to say someone's name out loud. The first one that pops in your mind. Okay. All right, here we go. A teammate who made you laugh recently.
Jesse.
All right.
Spending time with him on Friday.
A client who
Monday night.
a client who believed in you early.
Mac Davenport.
Oh, Mac Davenport up in Missouri. Great
First
listener.
Serve Pro team that ever hired me outside of you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Mac, for what you do in the Serve Pro community. A mentor who helped shape your leadership.
You and Brady.
Oh man, thank you. Thank you. That is fantastic.
I mean, it's where I was talking to your wife the other day, and she sent me a message. And she's like, "Hey, I just want you to know we're like, I guess I know where you're doing speed round, but I posted something, and she literally was like, hey, just want to let you know we're proud of you. Like, we're seeing this content you're sharing from the church." And I was like, I mean, it's because you guys let me do it. If you hadn't let me learn, so
it's fantastic. No, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, and by the way, okay, I know we're in a speed round. We're gonna go off topic here, Brady.
it's fine. It's a fun episode.
So look. For those employees, you tell a supervisor or a leader in your life, a mentor in your life, how much they mean to you, like what you've done for them. That just fuels me to want to keep doing it. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But one last one, a moment you almost missed, but you're glad you didn't.
Oh man, that one.
That's hard to do.
I don't miss moments. Actually.
Hey, speed round right there. So our point here is to everyone, take a moment. Use it with your team. It can be simple things like this. You can make up your own. But the point of this is this. Gratitude doesn't slow down the business. It just fuels it. So the more that you can think of people that come to mind in your organization that you are thankful for and what they've meant to you, teammates, leaders, mentors, whatever the case is. Again, I just talked about it. It fuels. It wants to make you do it more. I will never forget before that book that I read, the 5 Coaching Habits of a Great Leader. Man, when I read number 5 about thanking people, it hit me right in the gut because I was not good at doing that at all. And I remember I was like, I have to change the narrative. Is it going to be awkward to tell someone thank you? Like, thank you, Adam, for what you do. It sometimes it can be a little awkward, but the more you do it, the more it fuels you, and it fuels the people around you. So that is, don't take that for granted. Again, it does not matter what business structure you're in. Okay, so. Here's just a little bit of a challenge for you guys out there, Thanksgiving. I know some of you might not be watching this on Thanksgiving Day when the Detroit Lions or the Dallas Cowboys are about to play their big football game every week. But take a moment, okay, sometime this week and write this down. We're going to give you a little fun leadership challenge, okay? Write, or maybe use your phone, take a voice message and write 3 thank you notes this week. Someone to your team, someone on your team, one to a peer, and check this out, one to a customer or a vendor. Because most people don't do that, me included. I'm challenging myself with this week, okay? So if you tell our customers, think about this, Adam, they tell us thank you. How? One of your favorite things in the world. How do they tell us thank you? You did a great job. Huh?
Oh. Well, I was gonna say,
well, sure, they pay you, yeah. But what's the thing people look at nowadays when they're going to look for another service?
I mean, when I see somebody share our content stuff,
yep.
and and you don't have to do this. I'm just throwing this out there for people that are posting. But when they tag me or something like that, I always love. To me, you don't even have to tell me thank you. Nothing means more to me than when you post a photo and you
Yeah.
put that little cred that it was taken by such and such person. There's, to me, as a creative, because that's a big. Not only that, two things happen with that. You are sharing to your audience who did this. One, you put it on your profile in a place that's going to stay, which these days that's our portfolios.
Yeah.
And two, by tagging me, you're letting people know, hey, you should trust this person as well. So nothing means more to me. And then not sticking, and then not putting filters over the photos that I work on.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah. You mean the little glossy, starry look on top, maybe?
Emily's best friend Jana knows that she doesn't get pictures anymore. I get sent to her husband.
Well,
You made that mistake one time.
Oh yeah, but think about this from a customer's perspective. They're always giving us Google reviews too, right? They're writing us a 5-star, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, how cool would it be for us to send them something? Thank you for choosing our company. Thank you for visiting our church. Thank you for coming to our store.
Yeah.
People don't do that a lot. So here's the idea behind this. The best leaders aren't just thankful, they're noticeably thankful. They do things a little bit different. The great Nick Saban of all time, we know it's Alabama Auburn hate week. We do. But the greatest leader in coaching of all time, he says, you've got it figured out when ordinary people do things extraordinary. They do the little things that take you above everybody else.
And, I'm going to throw this out there because maybe somebody's listening and create it because I'm not smart enough to create it. But my buddy Matt Powers, he talks about how often we get reviews from customers. It'd be great. And now he was saying it for the opposite because if they get negative ones. But how much cool would it be if we could rate customers as well? So you're like, people could decide like, hey, do I want to work with this person? But when you have a great customer, you could do the same thing, right? You could say, hey, this person was great to work with. They communicated. Hey, even in times where maybe like we had some issues, they were so understanding. They really worked with us. But he talked about that a lot when we work out in the morning. He's like, I need somebody to create. It's kind of like the Uber model, right? Like,
for
you
sure.
rate the driver and you rate the rider. So it's like, hey, if I don't have a good enough rating as a rider, then I can't ride anymore. Well, but hey,
it's not a bad idea.
Aside, it's not a bad idea. I'm just saying, how cool would it be to be able to thank, on the flip side, for those of us in customer service, when we do have that customer that's tough to work with and they leave us a negative review. But on the other side, we get more of this than the other because our team does such a great job. But it would just be kind of cool sometimes to be able to, like on Google, like rate your person that's leaving your review. Hey, the Thompsons were great to work with. They had an issue in their home. They were always available when we needed to call. They let us in their home. They did everything. So total side note, but you're talking about that. It'd just be cool sometimes to be able to, thank our customers like they thank us.
Yeah, and note to self, Matt Powers, if you're thinking that, you better start doing something about it now, because I'll never forget, it was probably 10 or 12 years ago. I was like, man, how cool would it be to take your debit card or credit card and swipe it in the soda machine, like the Coke machine. We call it the Coke machine. It's like, how cool would it be to do that? Nobody carries cash or, coins anymore. And I'll be dang, like 2 years later, they came out with it. I was like, I'm sure this thing's been in patent mode for years, but Matt, you better get on that, because I'm telling you, somebody's going to do it, and you can make a lot of money doing it.
Do it. I need. That's the reason I'm throwing it out there, is I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I need somebody to.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe it's an AI. Maybe it's an AI feature, Matt.
Something somewhere.
So think about this. Don't think of gratitude as just during different seasons. A lot of people relate Thanksgiving to being thankful, and we should, but it should be a 12-month, 365 thing.
It needs to be year round. I think it's kind of like I joke about with Valentine's Day. I was like, I don't need one day a year.
Yeah.
I need to show my wife I love her year round.
Yep.
Same thing with this. I need to be able to show my team that, and do those things. And that's something, again, just to continue to brag on some of the folks that with us at the church. I mean, like even Pastor Caleb and Pastor Ashley for our kids, our student ministry. Man, if we have like a long weekend, I'm staff, and they still send me a thank you card.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting 3 feet from him, and especially right now because our church is under construction, so there's 6 of us in one room. But I still, and then here's the thing: he doesn't hand it to me. He doesn't do anything. It shows up in the mail, And so I'm like, so it's just funny because he's literally sitting enough where I can turn and talk to him, but I'll still get something in the mail from him and Ashley saying, "Hey, you didn't have to come film all weekend. You didn't have to do that." Or any really big event, they do that, and that's really across the board. So I sometimes too those handwritten notes goes such a long way. Pastor Summer, our kids pastor, Emily gets notes several times a year and just says, "Hey, thank you for serving in kids." I mean, and here's the thing, like you said, Benji,
Yeah.
sometimes it's great. They give they give a Starbucks card. Hey, have some coffee on us. We know it's tiring. And then other times they don't at all. There's other times where it's just a card
Yeah.
saying thank you.
For sure. No, it's great because don't make it seasonal. Make it strategic, year round. It has to be gratitude has to be a year round thing build it into your culture, right? You just talked about it. Maybe your team has daily huddles, and maybe one of your pastors didn't want to actually hand it to you. They wanted to mail it to you. That's extraordinary. He could just hand it to you. But in that daily huddle, maybe it's a performance review you're doing with an employee, or create feedback loops, right? Let people in your organization tell you how thankful they are and why, or there's some things that may need to be worked on in your business. So take that for what it's worth. It has to be modeled from the top. Our leadership sets the tone to everything that we do. Don't get complacent. We've talked about that. If you want to build a grateful team, we as leaders have to go first. We cannot wait, because what happens is we get in the mindset of just doing the same things over and over and over. Routines are great, don't get me wrong, but the bad routines are the ones that set up for not success. So you've got to go first as a leader, and that's important to you and your team.
Yeah.
Just as hey, look, again, this is a shorter episode because we know it's Thanksgiving. You're about to get around the table.
It's your appetizer before your main meal.
I love it. Don't forget, as you're eating that turkey and dressing, or what do they call it, stuffing in the North, don't go into a coma.
I'm about to. You're talking about stuffing right now, and it's all I think. I'm like, I need to not eat for at least
a week or two. Yeah, because you're going to throw down. We all do.
I'll tell you this: as you get into that, I'm a ham over turkey. Like I don't need. I'm not a turkey guy. Now, what's funny is I love turkey meat. Like we use that instead of like regular beef and stuff in a lot of our meals. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, I need that ham. Just give me ham.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just again, we just want to tell you all, we're so grateful for you that show up. We have listeners that will send us notes. We have listeners that will respond on YouTube and the chat. We just want to say how thankful we are for you showing up every single episode. Grow with us. Look, share the higher up vision. This is bigger than just Benji and Brady and Adam. Okay. We want you to help share the vision. We're going to, if you want to send in a note to us, tell us who you are thankful for this year and why. We're thinking about maybe in season 4 of doing a episode on fan submitted voice notes. And what we're talking about doing maybe is having these things folded up. We unfold them and we read them like without even looking ahead of the show, just real time.
Oh Lord!
Just like we did the fast paced action a minute ago. So gratitude turns routines into rituals. We just talked about routines a minute ago, and workplaces into communities. So look, again, we're just so thankful. I know, Adam, you are as well, and we just want to tell you guys that you mean so much to us. We will have, as Adam mentioned, one more episode for Christmas coming up. As always, you can connect on any social media platform out there. Where you can go to higheruppodcast.com. You can find and subscribe to your favorite podcast platform, YouTube, whatever. Subscribe there. And as always, go out and choose to live a higher up life. We'll see you next time.